And so I remember applying for a visa at the Burmese consulate, and they saw the name Karin, they said no. But they would allow me in, so I went on the mission. I met the relatives, the French ambassador to Burma. We had no relations to Burma at the time. Took me around, and I remember staying in the Inyan Lake Hotel, which is the major lake in Rangoon. And in the hotel, I had a visitor of one of her relatives. And when they came to the hotel, they had to have a Burmese military officer sitting there who spoke English. And so I couldn't talk to anybody while I was there without the presence of a Burmese dictatorship person. But I enjoyed the trip to Burma, meeting her family. And then she continued to travel. She was in Bangkok. We went off, got on, I think we bought some rubies from Burmese rubies, and we flew off.
How old was I at this point?
Okay, Karin was now 6 months old. So we got on a plane, and somehow we went to Hong Kong, and we went to Taiwan, and we went on a flight to Manila, the Philippines. We sat down next to a lady, Mrs. Lee Chao, whose husband was the first Attorney General of the Philippines. And she fell in love with Karin. So we got 2 weeks in a luxury home in Manila.
You're welcome.
And they were very nice. You can find them actually here today, the descendants of that family, Marshall and Chauco. And if you look on the internet, on Amazon, you'll see the conquest of the Philippines by the United States. And he wrote that book, that history of the Philippines. And he was the arch enemy of Marcos, Ferdinand Marcos, and a very good friend of the Aquino family, who is now the president of the Philippines. So then we came to the United States, and she decided she wanted at some point to become a farmer. And so we went to New Hampshire. Embellishing. We went to New Hampshire, and we visited the grandmother, and we stayed there for a while. And growing up, we lived on a lake. We had a farm, 300-acre farm, and it had a half-mile lake shore, which was across the lake from a cathedral, famous cathedral. And I would say once a week or so, I would go fishing in the lake. And I catch sunfish and perch, and sunfish and perch, and pickerel and sunfish and perch. But everybody was trying to catch large bass. So one day, when she was about 5 years old, we went trouncing down to the lake, and I threw my fishing rod into the water, and I gave her a little rod. She threw it into the water about 2 inches from the shore. And guess what happened? She caught this massive, large bass. And I've never caught fish like that again. So Chris, there's some luck in this stuff. Anyway, so she did turn out, go visiting dairy farms around here. She went to New Hampshire a few times after that, and studied large animal husbandry and dairy science and ruminants and all the little buggers inside the stomachs. And got her master's degree in microbiology.
Geez.
She got 2 degrees, and now she's ended up in a good little slot in the NIH, and married and unemployed at this moment.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah, Karin has a whole bunch. If you talk to the people in this place who know Karin and her family and what they've been through in India, Burma, and Aung San Suu Kyi and all the shenanigans, you'll understand why I named her Corinne.